Say what?
What's up, guys? I just got off stage. We're on the tour with Chevelle, Code Orange, and if you smell a little sour anything, I'm sorry. I just want to say sorry.
You got to lean in more. I got to get a whiff here.
I don't want to do that to you. So 3 weeks into the tour, we start to get a little burned out. Is that true for you?
Yeah, you start to miss home a little bit, miss the kiddo. The vocal fry, we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that going right now. Fingers are still good, starting to wear down the fingernails, but the vocals are tough right now.
What I do is I hit this spot right here. Look, you can see a scar. It's constantly, every tour, I don't know why it's not bleeding right now, because every tour I hit it, and I don't know, that's the spot. First 2 weeks are exciting, freaking loving it back on the road. Third week, things start to get a little, people are grumpier, you know, maybe a guy gets a cold, and then the fourth week you're like, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna see the kids, I'm gonna do whatever. So.
My wife calls it the 3 week itch. That's usually when I call. So you're right.
Okay, good.
She's like, you always call around 3 weeks, and you're like, you got problems here and there, and everybody's arguing, and there's this blah, blah, blah.
So when you were young, passion came into your life for music. What came first? Was it singing or guitar?
I always enjoyed singing. Okay, so
really?
Yeah, always.
What age?
Young. Just early on. For some reason, I mean, we would throw on Neil Diamond records. I mean, we didn't have a TV growing up. We had a record player. So we would listen to Cat Stevens, Neil Diamond, the stuff that, you know, my parents listened to that, you know, I'm talking really young. I used to play piano, and then I tried violin, and then I tried playing a Cat Stevens song on an acoustic. And that was when it kind of started to click. I was like, okay, I learned a couple chords. I started learning this song, and I noticed that my sister's friends would come over and watch me play. Like, so
same here.
So literally, really, their girlfriends would come in and they'd be like, "Wow, keep going," you know, and they listen. And so I noticed that, you know, I was getting attention from girls if I played guitar. That's an amazing thing for, you know, a 10-year-old.
My brother, he was into the Flock of Seagulls and Duran Duran and all these new wave bands.
Well, that's the better 80s.
I started playing guitar at 10 years old, and I could actually fake it pretty good. I learned Eruption to where I could actually do the finger tapping around probably 11 years old. And my brother would bring all his goofy new wave friends in, and he'd be like, "This is my stupid brother, just don't talk to him."
Yeah.
Then they walk by the room and he'd go, "Before we go, play Eruption real quick."
Oh,
and
really?
he was proud of me, yeah. So it wasn't the
see.
girls, but it was like me
but
and my brother, he was proud of me. I could see that. And the bullies would come over. People would pick on me. It was weird. I had these friends that were like friends, but they bullied me too. And I don't know why I didn't kick them out of my life, but they looked up to me. And I think that's why they bullied me, because they were jealous because I was playing guitar good and whatnot. But
I remember vividly playing in the basement, chugging away, you know, learning power chords, chug. And my dad came down, and he must have had a bad day, whatever, it happens. But he was like, "That sounds awful. You got to turn that off. Knock it off, you know, all this crap." And I remember standing up to him, and it was like, you know, "I like it, Dad. I got it." You know, and it was one of those times where you're like a preteen, and you're like, you're finding your way, and it was one of the first times I stood up for something that I really wanted. And, you know, and he backed down. He was like, "All right, just turn it down." It was one of those, it was like a really poignant part of my life.
wow.
When Sam got drums, my brother got a set of drums, it just kind of like morphed into this, oh, well, we're gonna play together. We're gonna see what happens, right? 11 and 13, right around there. But we had friends that would sing. You know, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just banging away, trying to learn other people's stuff.
Right, yeah. Just having fun.
Yeah. And I remember we had this dude, Jeff Lee, that he would try and sing, and eventually one day I got up in front of the mic and I'm playing a song or whatever it was, I don't know, but he was like, "Hey, Pete, I'm gonna bow out. I think you kind of want this more than me." This is what he tells me. And I was like, "Oh man." So a similar thing to you, like he gave me sort of courage to do it. He was like, you kind of want this. Yeah, I can see that. We weren't any good. It was just the beginning.
Right. Yeah,
You know?
just getting the talent going.
Yeah.
When did you guys realize that you're at another level, and you're like, I think we can do this and possibly make a living at it and stuff?
We didn't hit the road until, I think, 99, right around 99.
And you were getting feedback from people like, man, you guys are awesome. People, and the crowd was growing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we played in the city a lot, and it was always like, you know, 10, 15 people. It was a weekday. You'd go on at like 11:30 at night, and you'd have friends and family there. It was it. Yeah, man, it's been a long road. I say that to Sam all the time. I'm like, dude, can you believe we're still doing this?
It's wild. Like all of us.
And I told Monkey this the other day. You guys walked up. We were there waiting for you to go on, and he was like, can you believe we're still doing it? He said the same thing to me. He goes, you know, what are we going to do after this? I can't do this forever. This is Monkey. And I'm like, you're going on here, and you're like talking about your future, and I'm like, you know, it was really funny. I valued that because he was so real in that moment.
Right.
We got some riffs for you. Check it out. Massive hit.
We've played more shows with you guys than we have with any other band.
Well, we love you guys, and I know we got a lot of history with your band. Like, when I saw you guys at the Carolina Rebellion Festival when I was coming back, well, I was just hanging out, and I ended up playing a song with Korn. I saw you guys, one of you was like, man, we played so many shows with you. I don't think we've talked to you like one time. And I was like, well, we were kind of messed up, and you guys probably weren't doing hard drugs, and we were hanging out with people that are doing hard drugs. But I remember hearing those songs like The Red and Send the Pain Below and all that. And those songs, like, I connected with them just like the crowd did because they're just special, man. A lot of those records are special. Thank you for what you guys do.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Say what?